My name is Karen, this is my channel RatherBeReading, and today we're doing my July week 2 wrap up. So as with the first week of July, I only managed to read 2 books again this week, which means I've only completed 4 books so far this month, which sounds like not very much, but if you watched my July week 1 wrap up, you will see, and I of course will be mentioning it here, that the book that I'd started at the end of the first week of July and that I completed in the second week of July was huge. It was over 800 pages, and that book was The Sweet Far Thing by RatherBeReading. I've already taken this book back to the library as it was overdue, so I will insert a picture of it here for you guys. This is the third and final book in the Gemma Doyle trilogy. I was really excited to read this, although I will admit I was a little bit taken aback of the size when I went to the library to pick this up when I was informed that the hold had come in and I saw how big it was. I was like, oh my god, because while the other books were bigger, I think they were like 400, 500 pages, I just wasn't expecting this huge 800 page monster. So I did enjoy this book. I gave it a 4 stars, which I believe is the same rating I gave both the first and second books in this trilogy. So I do think it is a really strong trilogy and I would recommend it. This trilogy has some just really great messages about female empowerment and just women in general, and I just really enjoyed all those aspects of the book. Having said that, there were a few issues I did have in this book. Given the length of it, I don't really feel like maybe it needed to be 800 pages. It probably could have been condensed maybe down into a bit of a shorter book, because there were a few times where I was thinking, okay, like, yes, I know we're dealing with this, but when are we getting to kind of, you know, the big climactic part of the book? I did also have a few issues with different aspects kind of the ending of the book, but obviously I will not say what they are because I do not want to spoil anyone, but I will mention them in my Goodreads review. So if you want to know more of my thoughts and you have read the trilogy, you don't mind being spoiled, you can check out my Goodreads review. But overall, I did really enjoy the book, and yeah, as I said, I gave it 4 stars. The final book I completed in the second week of July was Crow Hollow by Michael Wallace. This was a book that I was approved for on NetGalley, so thank you Lake Union Publishing and NetGalley for approving me to read this one. This book is a historical adventure with a little bit of romance kind of book that follows 2 main characters. This book is set in 1676 in and around the Boston area, and the first character that it follows is James. He is an agent from England who has come over to investigate the details of the death of a man over in Boston, and the other character it follows is that man who died's widow, Prudence. I don't really have too many thoughts about this book. I quite often take notes like on my phone just when I'm reading about my thoughts as I go through, so I can remember exactly what I was thinking, and I didn't actually write anything down about this book as I was reading. I did enjoy it. It wasn't anything spectacular, but I did enjoy it. I ended up giving it 3 stars. If historical fiction, like with a bit of adventure and romance, is something that interests you, I would definitely check it out because I did enjoy it. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it other than 3 stars. As I mentioned, those are the only 2 books that I read in the second week of July, so I am hoping to get a lot more books read this week. The book that I am currently reading is The Book of Blood and Shadow by Robin Wasserman. I'm almost, how far into this am I? I'm on page 315, and I believe this is about 430 pages, so I am about 3/4 of the way through, and I'm hoping to finish this tonight. I'm not sure if I will get it finished because I do have work tomorrow, but if I don't get it finished tonight, I will get it finished tomorrow. This book follows our main character, Nora, whose best friend is, you know right off from the beginning of the book, Chris, is murdered, and her boyfriend is accused of the crime. You go in this book, it kind of, you know right from the beginning, as I said, that Chris has been murdered and this kind of circumstances, and then you go back, straight away you go back to before the murder, and you're seeing all the details kind of that led up to the murder, and then once you get to the murder, we then kind of go on from there. I am really enjoying this so far. I'm really looking forward to finishing it, as I am very intrigued. But yes, that's the first book that I'm hoping to complete this week. The second book I'm hoping to complete this week is Jasper Jones by Craig Silvey. I actually had this a lot further down on my kind of TBR pile, but this is a library book and it's got a hold on it, so I can't renew it, and it is actually currently overdue, so I need to get to this as soon as I've finished the book that I am currently reading. I'm not too sure what this is about. All I know about it is that it is by an Australian author, and I believe it follows kind of two early teenage boys, like 12, 13, I think, who one is an outcast and he kind of asks the other for help, and it's about some kind of discovery, horrible discovery that they've made. I'm not even too sure what age group this book is meant for. I'm not sure if this is middle grade, as it is about kind of younger boys, or if this is an adult book that just happens to have those characters. I'm not sure, so hopefully I'll be letting you know what I thought of this next week. And the third book I'm hoping to get to this week is Witch Hunter by Virginia Boker. This is another book that I've got from NetGalley, and I am so excited. I'm actually a bit behind kind of on my NetGalley reviewing, actually very behind, and so when I realized that this was the next book that I had to read, I was so excited because I have heard a bit about this book, so I'm really excited to get to it. From what I understand, this book is about a girl who is a witch hunter, but then she is discovered with like witch items like herbs and stuff in her pocket, and so she is jailed as a witch, and the only way for her to escape like being hanged or like burned at the stake or whatever, I guess, she has to make a deal with a wizard. It just sounds really good, and I have heard some good things about it, so I'm really excited to pick this one up. So that's everything I read last week and everything I'm planning to read this week, and that's all I've got for this July week to wrap up. If you liked this video, please like it. Please comment down below. I'd love to talk to you guys, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more. But that's all I've got for this video. Bye guys!